Hey guys, what's going on? Lucas Sacco here. Today I'm finally doing it. I'm showing the absolute goo, the thing that everyone's been testing for Vegas, the stuff they've been trying to keep private. I'm just going to show it all to you guys. There's this big difference between top tier competitive players and the regular players who go to events, not because of the skill difference really, because there is a cap to technical play, and I'm not saying that the better players aren't better than an average player, but the information that's gathered and withheld and used and operated in a different way matters a lot for events and results. So I'm just going to show you guys all of that information here, and you guys can do with the information as you will. But getting straight into it, this is a 2-card combo here. It involves Ash and Original Sinful Spoils. This can also be Temple, it can be Diabellstar, it can be Wanted. There can be a lot of different cards for this second spot. For the sparse spot, it does have to be Ash or Bonfire, one of the two. But let's just do the combo here. I put Moki Mokis in my hand to signify blanks, and we'll use them in the hand to discard and stuff. We're going to normal summon Ash, use the effect here to go ahead and add the Poplar to hand. It's going to trigger Poplar to special summon. And in a new chain link, Poplar is going to add. This combo, by the way, is it's the combo I've been doing. I just topped the regional today. I got second place at the remote regional. This is the combo I was mostly doing throughout the event, but it plays around absolutely everything. After you add the field spell or the original, whichever one you're missing, off of the Poplar, you're going to link one using the Poplar and use the Poplar's effect to place it in the spell trap zone. So we're now at 3 summons. We're going to go original, send the Poplar to summon Ponix from deck. And we're going to activate the effect of Ponix to add the Sanctuary. So we're still at 4 summons, not movable just yet. We're going to activate Sanctuary, place the island, and now we're going to activate Ash and the Sanctuary. That way our summon 5 is Flameburge, and if we get nibbed, we're still summoning 2 guys back from graveyard, and there's definitely a way we can recover from there. But now we're going to go Island effect to destroy Ponix and add to our hand Garunix. And use the effect of Garunix to special summon. Now the Garunix is summoned, we're going to use the effect to to destroy the Arvata from deck. It's really important that you do Arvata here and not Kieran, because we're actually going to summon back this Arvata from graveyard to play around Nibiru. But now that we have 2 blank bodies here, we're going to turn both of these guys into IP Masquerena, and then turn the IP and the Link Karibo into Promethean Princess, and use the effect to special summon that Arvata that we had mentioned before. Now here, this is a part that you mess up a lot as you're starting to do this combo, because this is just like a really random step in the middle of the combo. But right here, it's important that we use Flameburge to now put this IP in the spell trap, because we're going to get rid of Flameburge for the turn and we're not summoning it back. So we're going to link 2 into Sunlight Wolf. We're going to trigger the effect of Flameburge to summon back from graveyard. Doesn't really matter what we summon here, just 2 level 1s. Then we're going to get the Sunlight Wolf effect to add back, and we're going to add Garunix to hand. This is important. This is the part that plays around Soul Release. Now we're going to link off one of the level 1s we summoned to make Anima, and the other level 1 and Sunlight Wolf to make Nightmare Unicorn. We're going to use Unicorn's effect, discarding one of the random cards in our hand to actually shuffle back our island into the deck. So this takes away the fear of getting like Cosmic Cyclone or Harpies on your field spell, then Garunix, Kieran popping your field spell, because it's gone, right? And it can't activate in the deck. Cards cannot activate in the deck, so there's no downside to us shuffling this card away, except for the fact that it clears it out of our field spell, so we can now activate Temple, and we're not as scared of those cards like Cosmic Cyclone. But then we're going to link away the Anima and the Unicorn into Appaloosa. This is going to be a 2-material Appaloosa, so Talents, Mind Control, Change of Heart, they're not going to be as effective. And then we can activate Temple to then place the Flameburge from our graveyard to the Spell and Trap Zone. So you end up with 3 unknown cards in your hand still. One of them is a draw, so like if you had something like an extra Wanted in your hand, you had a Diabellstar and you wanted to throw that, you can absolutely throw that card away as your discard, get a new draw, and then use like Wanted to draw and end up with 4 unknown cards in your hand. You have Appo, Arvata, Field Spell, and like the order of operations for your disruptions is you try to go Field Spell to summon out your Flameburge, and then you try to use Flameburge to special out the IP. And this lets you get into whatever you want to make. If you want to play SP, Underworld, if you want to make a Phoenix, you can do whatever you want here. But this plays around Soul Release better than any other combo that I have found. Just because if they do activate Soul Release at the start of their main phase, and they banish your Ponix, your Ash, your Promethean, your Link Karibo, and your original, This is the best 5 for them to banish. It just takes away the most resources. They leave themselves a Poplar in graveyard that they can take if they need to. But you can still resolve this Garunix for value. Because when we go Temple to summon out, we can summon out the Flameburge summon IP, then trigger the Arvata effect to negate something. Chain the IP to the Arvata. So we're going to link away the IP and the Arvata, make SP, make Nightmare Phoenix, make whatever you want to make. The Arvata is going to resolve, destroying the Flameburge. New chain link, we're going to have Little Knight and Garunix. Summon out, get your banish. You're going to trigger the Garunix effect. You're going to pop your Kieran. And you're going to actually be able to special back out that Arvata. That's a problem with just randomly adding Garunix to your hand, is because normally adding Garunix doesn't just play around Soul Release. It doesn't do anything. If you don't have something good to summon off of the Kieran, a different Fire King name, then it's not going to do anything, right? But that's what this combo does. It helps navigate those things. Then we have a pop with this. We have a Little Knight banish. We have another Little Knight banish. We have the Arvata negate. We have 2 Appaloosas, and that's through the Soul Release, the side deck card for this deck. I think this is an absolutely amazing combo. And that was the 2-card version of it. There's a 1-card combo. It's not as good. It's definitely not as good, but it does still shuffle away the field spell, so you don't have to worry about that. And actually gets you a little bit more follow-up. But let's go ahead and hop into that combo. This next combo pretty much just uses Ash. You do have to use a discard for the Unicorn still, but we're going to draw off of it, so it doesn't really matter. So we normal summon Ash, same as most combos, add Poplar, and trigger Poplar to special summon. On summon, Poplar is going to activate, and you're going to add the original here. We're going to have the same starting branch, link away Poplar, Poplar to spell trap, activate original, send Poplar, summon Ponix, Ponix gets Sanctuary. Then you're going to activate Sanctuary, pretty much exactly what we did last time. Summon 4, we're going to Ash, send the Sanctuary. That way our summon 5 to play around Nibiru is Flameburge. We're going to go Kieran, pop Ponix, get Garunix. Trigger the Garunix effect in our hand to special summon. Then we can trigger his effect on the field to destroy from deck. And we're going to destroy the Arvata. Then we're going to use the Arvata to special summon back the Ponix. Link away the Garunix, the Link Karibo, and the Ponix. This time we don't have to make the IP. There's no chance that their field spell is going to get destroyed, so we're not going to get value off of summoning back an IP at any point. But we can still do this combo here just because it's probably the best combo to be doing. We go Promethean effect to special summon back Arvata. And then we can link away the Flameburge and the Promethean into Sunlight Wolf. The effect of Flameburge is going to trigger, summoning out 2 level 1s from graveyard. We can trigger the Wolf this time. And in this combo, if you don't have the ability to fully play around Soul Release, I just like to add the Flameburge to hand. I think this card gives you the best follow-up. If they do somehow Soul Release you and you can still live, having Flameburge in your hand is insane, because you can pretty easily put an Ash, a Populous, or an Oak in the graveyard again, and then use Island or Diabellstar, send the Flameburge from your hand, and that's instantly late lethal. But then we're going to go Link 1 into Anima, and Link 3 into Unicorn. Unicorn effect, discard Moki Moki, shuffle Island into the deck, and draw into a new Moki Moki. And you can make Apo, and boom, here's your disruptions, all set up like last time, except we're a little bit lacking, so we don't have Field Spell, IP, Flameburge. This board is still very strong. We have 2 disruptions off of the Appaloosa, we have a disruption off the Arvata, we have follow-up from destroying the Flameburge, we have Promethean to pop the Arvata, we have Garunix to special summon pop Kieran. It's a whole plethora of interruptions. We still have 4 unknown cards in our hand, and we really didn't even use that many resources from our deck. Like, if you think about it, we still have Island in our deck, so when we summon Ponix, we're going to get more follow-up. We have Circle as an option to grab as well, if you do play that card. But we still have Oak in deck, so they can't even heat to take our Oak. We just have a plethora of follow-up still in our deck. But that's the reason that I'm really liking this combo. I'm going to show you guys a few different variations that don't use the Nightmare Phoenix. The Nightmare Unicorn, actually use Guulittle Chimera. This is a card that Nesh has been showing off a lot, and some of the different bigger players have been using this card to equal stronger boards. I'm going to show you guys a combo with that, but I'm also going to show you guys a wild FTK. For the Guulittle Chimera combo, it's pretty much the same 2-card combo as everyone. You go normal summon Ash, Ash add Populous. Populous effect when it's added to hand to special summon, effect on field to add. And if you do have Wanted, you're going to add Temple here. And then we're going to activate Temple to place Oak from deck. This Temple is absolutely insane in this combo. You get value out of not just the card being on field, but value out of the summon if you get nibbed, value off of the fact that it gets you to chain block your stuff later on. This card is insane and needs to be in everyone's deck list if it's not already. But then we're going to activate Ash Effect, sending itself and the Oak. If you get Ash Blossomed here, not the worst case. You still have Wanted, you have Populous, you have a lot of bodies that you can make use of. But we're going to special summon Flamebirds from deck. One problem that happens a lot with the pure Snake Eye deck is they link away the Flamebird and it gets belled, and that just sucks, right? You're stopping 2 summons with 1 card. And this is like the main thing for that deck. So when you get belled in your Flamebird, even in just the Fire King build, it does a lot of damage, and this combo plays around that, because we're going to link into Sunlight Wolf, and we can do Chainlink 1 Flamebird, and Chainlink 2 Poplar actually to put the Flamebird back in our spell trap zone. So put this here, we're going to summon out the Oak and the Ash, and keep in mind we haven't used this Oak effect yet, so now we're going to use the Oak effect to summon Poplar from grave. It's important that we don't summon to the Sunlight Wolf zone just yet, because we're trying to play around Nibiru a little bit, and if they do have Nib, they're going to drop it here, and there's a really easy extension from this point. But if we summon to the Sunlight Wolf zone, we're also not going to get an add back from grave. So now we're going to link off the Oak and the Ash into IP Masquerena, which is going to trigger the Sunlight Wolf to add from graveyard to hand, and we're going to put Oak in our hand. Next off, this is the point where we're going to get our little safety net going. We're going to summon Appaloosa super early in this combo. And look how many free cards we have. Compared to like the normal combo, we have a field spell, we have a random Populous body, we have a Flamebird, and we have an Oak in hand, and we still haven't even used Diabellstar or Original. This combo makes really good use of all of the bodies that it's given. So we're going to go Wanted to add Diabellstar, special summon Diabellstar, sending the Flamebird, trigger the Diabellstar. It's going to put your Original. Now you finally have access to the Fire King cards. We're going to activate, send the field spell, get full value out of all of the resources available to us, summon Ponix. Ponix effect is going to grab Sanctuary, and then we're going to activate Sanctuary, placing Island. Now that we've done that, this is where we're going to start making some cool plays. We're going to link off both fires that we have into Doolittle Chimera, and we're going to activate Island to destroy Doolittle Chimera and add Garunix to hand. Chainlink 1 is going to be Doolittle Chimera to target your Ash and return it to your hand. This is going to help you play around Hida, because we're going to end the turn actually with Ash and Oak in our hand, and so our opponent can't use Hida to take our cards and get to their Snake Eye engine. So that's the reason that I do like this combo. But Chainlink 2 is going to be that Garunix to summon out. So summon Garunix, add Ash to hand, and we're going to trigger the Garunix effect to destroy from deck, destroying Arvata. Now, Arvata has hidden text, actually. This doesn't just summon back a Fire King monster from your graveyard. It summons back a Fire Beast, Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast. Do you know what Chimera is? I don't know either. It's just a guy that we can summon off Arvata, right? It's a beast monster, I guess. Then we're going to link off the Doolittle Chimera and the Diabellstar into Promethean. Use the effect to revive our Flamebird. And we can make use of that IP that we had put down there such a long time ago. We're going to put IP down there, and then we can link away the Promethean and Garunix into Amblowell. And if you had started with Wanted, obviously you do have the Wanted draw. Put this at the bottom of the deck, and then you're going to get a draw. Obviously for testing purposes, I'm just going to keep putting little vanilla guys in our hand. Put this at the bottom. So off this combo, we got both pieces of the Snake Eye engine in our hand, which is really good. That means our opponent can't Hida take it. We have 4 unknown cards in our hand. We have Flamebird, IP, Amblowell, Appaloosa, the full graveyard setup. One other option that you can do is if you're a little bit scared of Super Poly, what you can do is link away the Amblowell on your turn actually for Zealantis. And this still gives you a little bit of added protection, because if they go Battle Phase to try to out your Appaloosa, you can trigger Zealantis to pop their monsters. So this is one variation of the combo. I'm going to show you guys one more amazing combo in the form of an actual FTK. This has been going around for a little bit in the OCG, but it wasn't as popular there because of the high increment in hand traps and obviously Maxi. But here, this is something that I know a lot of pros have been testing, and I'm a little bit scared of it for Vegas, but I'm going to show it to you guys anyways. For the FTK, it's absolutely degenerate. It's such an easy combo to get. All you need is Ash and Diabellstar, the same as every 2-card combo. And you have to have an additional card in your hand that's settable. It can be a Bonfire, it can be a Call by the Grave, it doesn't really matter, just be a settable card. And then any 2 blanks, because you're going to discard these to do the combo. And this requires 0 bricks in your main deck. absolutely 0 bricks. And this is for the pure Snake Eye deck, actually. But you can side into it, into the Fire King build, since the only cards that you're going to need in addition to like a normal Snake Eye engine is you're going to need a second Flamebird in your deck and Jet Synchron. I mean, that's 2 cards that are like practically just engine cards. But that's all you need to do the combo. For the combo, you start off with normal summon Ash, trigger the Ash effect to add, and obviously get Populous. On the add of Populous, you can trigger its effect to special summon out. You're going to trigger the Populous on its summon to add the field spell. After you add the field spell, you're just going to go straight away and activate it and place the Oak from your deck. Then you're going to link away the Poplar into a Link Karibo, and you're actually not even going to activate the Poplar effect. We're just going to go straight for Ash to send itself and the Oak to summon Flamebird from deck. Then we go special summon Diabellstar, sending the first brick from our hand. To trigger Diabell, it's going to place Original. And use Original to send off the Diabellstar to special summon out Jet Synchron. Now that we have Jet Synchron on the field, we're going to trigger the Flamebird to go ahead and stick the Diabellstar at Spell Trap. And we're going to link away the Flamebird and the Link Karibo for the first extra deck card of the combo, Proxy F Magician. This is going to trigger the Flamebird to summon some guys from graves. So you summon Oak, summon Ash, and then we can trigger the Oak to special summon out the Poplar. Now that we have all these bodies on the field, we're going to start climbing up to do some damage. We're going to go activate the effect of Proxy F. We're going to fuse off Jet Synchron and Poplar into Blaze Phoenix the Burning Bombardment Bird. This is the card that actually ends up doing the damage in this combo. But we're going to activate Poplar effect on Resolution to place itself in the Spell and Trap Zone. We're going to activate Jet Synchron to discard our other random card to special summon out. And we're going to set Infinite Impermanence. So this is where the damage starts to come in. Bombardment says that once per turn during your main phase, inflict 300 points of damage to your opponent for each card on the field. This isn't just talking about your cards, this also inflicts on your opponents, just in case they have something that can interrupt you. That goes in the field like a Phantasme, something like that. So it also gives an extra 300 damage there. But for this combo, we have to make sure that we have 9 cards on the field, 3 separate times, and then we can kill them that way. This combo doesn't do 9 cards 3 separate times. It actually does a little bit less, and there's another way that we get a tiny bit more damage in. But right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards on the field. So we activate Bombardment, and the Bombardment is going to burn them for 2,700 damage. After we burn them with Bombardment, we're going to link away the Proxy F and itself into Princess, and use Princess to special summon out the Blaze Phoenix. Surprise, this card is not hard once per turn, so we're going to activate it again, burn them for another 2,700. Now you may be thinking, how are we getting the last bit of damage in? I still don't understand. Real simple, we're going to link away our Ash and our Promethean into any link 4 monster, like Amblewell for example. We're going to link that away into the Zealantis, and we're going to use Zealantis' effect to banish our whole field. Summon them back, so Zealantis comes back, Jet Synchron comes back, Oak comes back, and Blaze Phoenix comes back. Hey, this Blaze Phoenix is new to the field. It hasn't activated its effect. Let's do it. But this time, it doesn't get to do the full 2,700. It only does 24, because now we don't have enough cards on the field. Still have 8 cards. It's 2,400 damage. What do we do now? How are we getting the last damage? Easy. You go activate the effect of Oak, because we haven't activated that yet, to send the Poplar, summon the second Flamebird from deck, and now it's just a matter of making everyone's favorite time win condition. Link all 4 of these monsters into Agave Dragon, then activate Agave Dragon to banish all of the dragons that you have for Graveyard, and like 100 points of damage for each. We got 2 Flamebirds, that's 200 damage. That's exactly lethal. So this is a 0 main deck brick FTK. It doesn't even require that many spots in your extra deck. It's really only 3 specific cards. But that's an FTK for you. I'm going to show you guys a sample deck list and then get you on your way. So guys, this is a sample deck list for the Fire King deck for the next upcoming format. This is actually the exact deck list that I played today at a remote duel regional and got 2nd place. It does play a little bit smaller of a Fire King package in order to play a bigger Snake Eye package. You've seen on, I'm sure DB Grinder has shown it off, but a lot of people are playing Birch in their deck now. It's a way of getting value off of the bonfire when your Ash goes through, different things like that. But also, there are some people who are siding out their entire Fire King package into game 2 and 3. That way they can make use of just the Snake Eye cards, and they can have a lot more non-engine for that certain matchup. Next thing you'll notice is I'm on 2 Kieran. 2 Kieran is absolutely what you should be doing. 3 Kieran is going to cause you to brick, and the grind game is never that important in this deck. You have so many things that can recycle this. You have Sunlight Wolf, you can go Princess to revive it. You really don't need that many. You'll also see I'm playing Circle in this list. Circle's a really good way to kill your opponent on the crackback, especially in the Unicorn Shuffle Back Your Field Spell combo, because you're going to summon Phonics on your opponent's turn. Your Phonics is going to add your Sanctuary or your Island because it got shuffled back to your deck, right? And then your Phonics is probably going to get destroyed and you're going to add it back. So then on the crackback, you can go activate Island. Island effect to special summon from hand using the second effect of this. To special summon a Wing Beast from hand, you can special Phonics. Phonics add Circle. And this is basically a 1-card OTK. Because you got Circle to special back Princess. Princess revive Flamebird, and that'll do it right there. That's Raging Phoenix Zealantis. You may notice that I'm playing a little bit different non-engine than you'd be expecting. I'm playing 3 Nibs and 3 Imperms as the only hand traps in the format in this deck list. And the reason I'm doing that is because these are the best hand traps into Talent itself. If your opponent does the early Appaloosa combo, you can activate Nib. It's going to burn the Appaloosa negate. Then you can hold the Nib in your hand for your turn, for their next turn, and it still burns the negates. It also makes them play a little bit weird knowing that they could lose their whole field to a Nib, and they can't Talents you because they did negate the activation. Imperm, obviously the God card of the format, you'll find this in everybody's deck list for the next 6 months because Talent's so popular, and an Imperm can end the turn, or an Imperm can just end the game basically. But these were the 6 hand traps I chose to play. Cosmic Cyclone, this card was the MVP today. And basically in all of testing, this card helps you just auto-win the Fire King mirrors if they're not doing the combo. And even if they are doing the Unicorn Shuffle Back Your Field Spell combo, if you manage to Cosmic Cyclone their Flamebird when they activate their island, it actually turns off the full IP disruption and hurts their follow-up a lot because they don't have Flamebird in rotation, not just to summon back guys on this turn, but to summon guys back ever. So it really hurts that. Nothing too special in the extra deck here. You notice that this is playing the Unicorn Animal combo. That was just a basic sample deck list, some combos that the pros are doing right now that you guys can take some information from and learn. I do really appreciate you guys watching the video. I would like to point out that only about 16.5% of you guys are subscribed to the channel. I'd really appreciate it if you guys could subscribe. I'm really trying to hit 2K. The goal was originally by Vegas, but hey, 2,000 by the end of February is still an insane goal, and I appreciate your guys' support. Thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a great day.